how to make pumpkin salsa pasta. Welcome to Cook Vegan, and we're going to show you today how to make this delicious recipe that I'm sure you're going to enjoy eating as much as we do in this household. So first of all, we have our fresh pumpkin here that we've made in the oven. I have another video out that you can see how easy it is to make this. And this is actually how we're going to puree it now for this particular sauce. So I have about half a squash. Now, you could use any pumpkin variety that you find and that is in season wherever you're living in the world. This is a regular squash that was about this big, and we've used about half. So there we go. If it was in cups, I'd say it's about 5 to 6 cups of puree. And we're going to use 1 tin of coconut milk. Now, the tin of coconut milk, which is thicker, is obviously better for this because you get the creamier texture rather than the cartoned one that you can drink. However, if you only have that available, you can go with that and see how that goes. So, excuse the noise now. I'm just going to blend this up. Obviously, I've taken out the seeds from the, from the pumpkin. After it's made in the oven. And you can see it's becoming a beautiful colour. It almost looks like a mango ice cream. And that's it. There we go. Quick and easy. So you can see there, this beautiful colour that we have here. I'll just put that away. Okay, now I've already heated in about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. You could use 3 as well. 4 grated garlic cloves and 1 whole onion. Now, if you're an absolute garlic lover, then you could use 5 or 6, but I think 4 is enough. It gives you already enough flavour, and it's always worked for us, that amount. If you're really not a fan of garlic, I'd say to use 2. And 1 onion is definitely a sure bet. Again, if you want more texture in this, you can always use a second onion or another half. And we've cut those, diced that up, and put that in. Now this we're not blending on purpose because we don't want this sauce just to be some runny, untextured sauce. At least a little bit comes out in with the onion and garlic that's here. So I put this now on heat. I put it on a medium heat, but I will turn it up in a minute. And I just pour all of this delicious pumpkin coconut mix in here. So there we go. And I'm just going to stir that in. Second, I dropped a bit. And turn up the heat now. So I'll put that on full heat, and I'm just going to stir that in and let that slowly come to boil. You can see here as well what a nice colour it is. And I'm going to crumble on top 1 vegetable stock. Obviously, guys, it's better to use organic vegetable stock as well. And you can get a variety of this. I don't know where you're living in the world. And you can also get ones without salt as well if you're worried about your blood pressure and your salt intake. So I'm going to stir that in now, and that will dissolve even more as, of course, it's being heated up here. And while we're waiting for that to heat up, I'm going to add the most delicious part here, which is 1 tablespoon of nutmeg. Now, this really gives it that delicious flavor. So there we go. This is a little bit heaped. We love nutmeg. So I'm going to put that in there as well. And just stir that in. And it's really starting to heat up nicely now. And the smell is just delicious. So I'll keep stirring that. And salt and pepper to taste. Now I'm going to add only a tiny bit of salt. About 1/4 teaspoon of Himalayan salt in this, and pepper, about 1/2 teaspoon. This is ground black pepper. You could use white pepper as well. There we go, that's enough. So I'll just stir that in. As I said, it's to taste. If you guys like more, if you like things saltier, if you want to use sea salt as well. We tend to not put too much salt in our food. Also, we've got 3 young children in the house. One of them is a baby, and of course, as you know, babies shouldn't really have any salt if it can be avoided. but we just put a little bit in to bring out the flavors in here. So I'm just mixing that in there. So I'm just stirring that all in, and it's I can hear it, it's getting hotter and hotter. So I'm just going to bring this to boil now, and then I'm going to let it simmer. I only need for it to simmer for a few minutes. Usually we leave it for maximum 5 minutes because actually everything's cooked. The pumpkin was cooked already in the oven, and I had already sauteed the onion and garlic before the video started. So now it's boiling. I'm just going to turn down the heat now, put that on a low to medium heat, and I'm just going to leave that for a couple of minutes just to make sure it's all nice and warm and all the flavors and spices have been absorbed and come out. And then I'm going to serve this on what is already made, our whole grain pasta. So here's whole grain spaghetti. That's what we usually love to serve this on. And this is a favorite, whether you're vegan or not. Now, if you are new to Cook Vegan is my little venture that I started with the idea of promoting whole food, plant-based food to everyone. You don't have to be vegan to want to follow some of the recipes, to subscribe to this channel, or to join our Facebook group where I do lives regularly and interviews. So if you're on Facebook, do check out Cook Vegan group. And this is a favorite, I would say, also for children. We've had kids over here. Our kids are 10 months old, 4 years old, going to 5 now, and 7. And we've had little friends of theirs who are 4 or 5 years old, but the parents could not believe it. They have eaten like 3 plates in a row, and these are picky kids, and they're like, wow, what did you put in this pasta? So this is the easiest sauce ever to make. It is a whole food, it's delicious, and it's plant-based. So of course you're doing your little bit for sustainability, for the planet, and for animals. So I hope you found this recipe super easy. If you have any questions at all, just put them below and I'll answer. And I hope you subscribe to this channel and watch more really interesting and flavoursome and healthy, delicious recipes. Bye everyone from me at Cook Vegan, and I'll see you soon. Bye.